what a story that Brett Phillips, Buck was on it on the spot. Just like, what a story. Brett Phillips wasn't on the LCS roster. Wasn't on the LCS roster against the Astros. Like, all right, we'll add him. We'll add him for the series, defensive replacement, right. Who knows? And then it's game 4. It's game 4. And Kiermaier gets a hit with the handle in his hand, right?
Yeah, broken back.
So you know Kenley Jansen with his cutter is showing up.
Yep. And
being a fan of the New York Yankees, this just in, and being an expert at relievers who throw cutters, when it works, lefties have a worse shot at hitting that cutter than the righty. You think, okay, bring in the righty to pitch the lefty. What are they doing that for? The cutter goes right in on the hands. Mm-hmm. When Rivera's cutter was working, he was nastier on, which was, by the way, all the time.
Everybody.
His cutter was nastier to lefties than it was to righties. So it's working. And then Arozarena gets on base. And here comes Brett Phillips, because they're not pitching to Arozarena with Phillips in the dugout. What a great headline we're reading from on the screen here from the Los Angeles Times. Rocky pitcher horror show, because as you know, Jansen has been up and down, and it seemed like he had gotten through all of that. But again, it was a sawed-off base hit, and then you're not pitching to Arozarena. You're going to throw to the guy who, as Buck pointed out, acquired from the Royals, hit 200 for neither the Royals nor the Rays this year. Wasn't on the LCS roster, and here he is.
The moment finds you.
And he put wood on the ball, did he ever?
With 2 strikes.
He sure did. Chris Taylor took his eye off the ball. As soon as that happened, I thought, okay, maybe it's possible Arozarena scores. Is it possible? They better get it in perfect throw to Muncy, who throws right to home plate. Arozarena goes full Daniel Jones in between third and home.
Never go full Daniel Jones.
And Will Smith thought that he was coming right in, so I need a quick snap and sweep tag, and the ball goes off with that glove. And Arozarena then, as you're seeing on the screen right here, as the ball gets past Will Smith, his body is going back towards third. And then he comes home. I tweeted out, somebody check on Dick Vitale, because we need to make sure he's okay.
Yes.
He is okay.
First and foremost.
He's all right. You guys were all texting back and forth that the Dodgers it's going to be tough for them to come back.
It just seems like something like that is deflating, and that carries over to the next day.
If that was game 5.
Pivotal.
Or I guess the way I would say it would be if it was right before an off day and they had to sit on that, I would think that would be an issue. But as you were texting back and forth and with everybody here saying, I've never seen a crazier ending like that. And then I tweeted out 3 GIFs of the ending of Game 6 of the 86 World Series, which you, and I will say the word that you referred to me on text, dickish of me to do that.
Yes.
It was.
No, I was pointing out. Excuse me. I honestly, as I sent them, I did not think that this was in your face Red Sox moment. I was truly thinking to myself, what did end like that? Okay. Then once I sent all 3 of them, which was the GIFs that I found, because I've been really texting GIFs lately. I don't know why.
I've been doing that forever. I love it.
But when you put in Bill Buckner on the iPhone for the GIF, they came out in 3 different ways. One, which was Mookie topping the ball off of Stanley.
Yep.
And then the ball going through Buckner's legs. And then the third one is Ray Knight. Getting home plate with his hands on his head. Can't believe I'm scoring.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the only thing that comes close to a World Series ending game like that. Kirk Gibson, and you responded with the Game 7 win for the Rays over the Yankees.
Well, I thought you were trolling me. So
no. But to me, that was similar to Gibson, which is like a crazy hit off an unhittable reliever that you don't expect coming, right? So to me, the only thing that I've seen live that remotely resembles what I saw on television in Game 4. The only sports I've ever seen live that comes close to like a what the hell just happened moment was Game 7 of 2001, where I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there in Arizona covering it for ESPN.
Crazy.
I'm sitting next to Susie, who's there covering it for Fox Sports Los Angeles and Fox Sports, all the regionals. She's there. We were sitting next to each other in the stands in the 8th inning near the players' wives of the Arizona Diamondbacks. They were crying because in the 8th inning is when Rivera came in and they didn't touch him with a 10-foot pole and it was over. And then what the hell just happened? Yeah. But that played out over a span of forever. The only thing I could see that was that in terms of what the hell just happened, similar that I saw live was Malcolm Butler picking off
that was insane.
Russell Wilson. Like, did he just really do that? Did that just happen? But that was just literally the blink of an eye. If you look down at your
You missed
feet,
it.
You missed it. Oh, you missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
This played out of a span of like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
That felt probably like a minute to Dodger fans.
It was bad news Bears-ish.
I was last thing in Texas. It was like
it was
like
out of a
it was
Little
a
League
kid. I know,
game.
it
It
was
was crazy.
Let them play.
Little Leaguers don't do that in the Little League World Series. You don't see that in the Little League World Series. You don't even see that in the Little League World Series. I mean, let's be honest. How many times have we seen on ESPN the final of the Little League World Series where something like that happens? That's why it's so unexpected from the Dodgers too. Totally buttoned up.
Little League games.
And a kid who and a guy again who did not hit 200 in either one of his teams this year. And who was not on the LCS roster because they didn't want to put him up in a crucial situation like that. He's there to, as Kiermaier said after the game to Verducci, where he couldn't find the words to even talk about it. He goes, "Look, we all know, that Brett is here for defensive replacement and, to run the bat. He knows why he's here, and we know why he's here, and." There he is running around like Christian Laettner just beat Kentucky.
And like Brett Favre. It was crazy. He gets remembered now forever.
Ever.
He's like Francisco Cabrera.
Correct.
These guys you only know for this one thing. And it's totally
It was
fine.
amazing. It was so amazing.
Incredible.
You have to wonder what would have happened had Jensen backed that play up as he should have and gotten behind the catcher.
I don't know. I think Arozarena is such an athlete. I think he was coming.
I actually don't think it would have mattered.
I don't think it would have mattered.
He paused.
Yeah.
Did you see one of the
like if he's there and he picks that ball up, he can flip it to the catcher.
I always shoot you straight, man. When Arozarena was terrorizing the Yankees, I looked him up. I Googled him. I didn't know him from Adam.
No.
I didn't know him from a Randy Arozarena. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know him. So I saw him hit a pop-up with the Cardinals that didn't go out of the infield, and because of the way that they were all arranged around the popped-up ball that landed and the way that they were all arranged because I guess they had a shift on, third base was open. He got a triple.
Yeah.
He got a triple. And I'm like, oh my God. How do you get this guy out? He was coming home. I honestly think that even if Jansen was on the spot, I think Will Smith was chasing the ball.
Well, it hit the umpire's leg, too.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the reason I said had he been there, if the ball hit the ump, he could have picked. I mean, you never know, obviously.
And kudos to the Dodgers coming right back. And Clayton Kershaw calming the seas.
I mean, they got out of a huge jam. They had first and third with nobody out and couldn't score.
See what
3-2 game.
See what happens when you put Clayton Kershaw on the spots that he's normally used to in a postseason game and you don't leave him out too long? See what happens when you actually put him in spots where he can succeed?
It was actually a smart managerial job by Dave Roberts to take him out.
Yes, because the number of times
he leaves him in.
They've left him in his entire career has been the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.